This is Nick Wilson from ProgrammExpress with a short video demonstration of ProgrammExpress, the web-based portfolio program and project reporting solution, which is cloud-based. I'm going to show you a demo system. We have demo 14 here. Each of our clients will have their own URL, so inspiredvillages.programmexpress.co.uk. And I'm going to log on as an administrator, and you can be an admin, you can be a write access user, or you can be a read-only user. And as I log on as an administrator, we're logging on to the home screen where we will show the portfolio of programs and projects that have been set up within the portal. So if I open up the portfolio on the left-hand side and open up the programs, it will show the projects beneath the programs beneath the portfolio, purely a demonstration structure. And this is totally flexible and configurable as to however you desire. We try to make it simple from the home screen to be able to see, run reports, and from this screen we can see the health of each of the projects broken down by their modules and broken down by red, amber, green status. The modules are better described here through the Updates tab as commentary, plan, resourcing, cost management, benefit realization, impact management, risk registers, and logs, which are issues, actions, decisions, or whatever you configure. Now, assuming that everybody has made their updates, and there are plenty of admin reports to be able to make sure that the data is up to date. Assuming that, we can start to automatically run reports based on the data inside the projects. So if I select a project, I can run project reports. So for example, I could run a one-page summary report. This would sit nicely on a PowerPoint, plan on a page, and here we'll see the project, the RAG status, a timeline, and then some of the commentary threads, which again are configurable. A lot of the solution is configurable. It doesn't take a lot of time to configure, but we can make it look like your own and use your own terminology. So that would be an example of a project report. Or if we know that everybody's made their updates, we can go up to portfolio level, and that will mean that it will produce a report on everything that sits underneath it, which is everything. So at a portfolio level, I can run a RAG status summary report, and this is like an Excel report. It's written in PDF and can be exported to Excel, but automatically it starts to show you more of a summary level, the projects, the programs, and whatever columns that we've configured. So in this case, we want quite a lot of commentary, overall focus, decisions and escalations, a bit of RAG status and a bit of planning information. Or we might want to run the Gantt chart. And this, because we're running at portfolio level, will show you the plan of every single program and project. We use the theme of red, amber, green for our taskbar. So green means it's on track. Red means it's missed a deadline, a key milestone has missed its deadline, and amber means it's forecasting to be later than was expected. So very simple, aggregated, consolidated reports as a result of people making their updates. Now, in terms of that, what we can do is if we log on as an example user, I'm going to use myself and Wilson, and I'll log on to the same database, the same home screen, but you'll see I've got a different view. The administrator can see everything, but as a user, I've just got a view of the projects that I have write access to and what I'm expected to update, and also the modules I'm expected to update. So it's not showing all the modules here. I'm expected to update commentary, plan, resources in this case, and logs. So simple UI, consistent for everybody to make their updates. I go into the project, I click on the square, I can go into my commentary screen, I can write new comments. We have an audit trail of previous comments that have been made. Once I've made those updates, I'll move to the planning screen and I'll have a look at my plan, see whether it needs amending, have a look at the dates, see whether maybe I've achieved a task, or maybe I want to add subtasks within the key tasks. Then I'll move to my resources. It asks me if I've made a change. Do I want to save it? Well, in this case, I won't. So if I go through to the resourcing, I'll have a look at the resources that are allocated to the project and aligned to the plans. And here I can add any new resources that I want. I won't do that at the moment. And then I'll move to the log screen and I will update any, in this case, issues, actions, decisions, lessons learned. Configurable, you can add more or have less. So very simple way of updating, and then the project manager can set up their own reports within the home page. They can have a look at their project and run the one-page summary just to see what the report looks like now with the data changes. They could run a one-page overview to have a look in more detail. This is more of a word style highlight report, which gives a lot more information, commentary, plan, risks, actions, decisions, issues, logs, something they might work with their project team. So those are examples of the project report. So very simply, those updates have been made, and the administrator, if we log back in, again, can view project status, set up new reports, run reports. And one thing I will show you is that the structure here in terms of reporting is set up as a standard structure, but you can build portfolio reports outside of that. So I've got a board report, and then we go to the settings and we can go to wiring. And what we can do is we can wire reports in and show all those reports that I've run. We can run it against the projects that we've set up. So it might be top 10 projects, priority 1 projects, board reports, etc., etc. Another example of a report at portfolio level may be risks, the red risks across all the projects and programs. Very simple report, but it's flushing out all the red risks, mitigating actions, likelihood and impact, and those are just the red ones. Or we might want to run a resource usage summary, so we can see the resources again in an Excel style format. So saves you having to have an independent Excel. All these are aligned to the plan, but the output is very much like an Excel report. So we can see the person, the projects they're working on, the period that they're working on, in this case January, and then it will all aggregate up and show the number of days in a period that people are resources on projects, and will show if there's any over allocation, and depending on the over allocation whether it's amber or red. So I'm trying to demonstrate here that it's a simple to use solution. There is a lot of functionality, but you can filter a lot out. You don't have to use it. In terms of an implementation, we say it takes approximately 1 month to actually implement, to configure, to set up and train in, and to start running draft reports and then subsequently business reports. So we're talking here about a 1 month timeline. We often have a 3-month pilot to take away the risk of commitment until you've proven the product. So I'll end it on that, and thank you very much for listening.